Lander University taking on our Georgia Southwestern State University Lady Hurricanes. Now to honor America, please stand, kindly remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you. First, the starting lineup for Lander University. 5'10" senior from Gold Coast, Australia, number 10, Ashley Zandy. 5'8" freshman from Spartanburg, South Carolina, number 22, Jada Wallace. 5'5" junior from Savannah, Georgia, number 23, Taisha Reynolds. 5'9" freshman from Hoover, Alabama, number 32, Victoria Baldwin. And 5'11" freshman from Duluth, Georgia, number 34, Leah Pettit. Assistant coach Nicole Shoemake Robertson and the head coach Kevin Pedersen. And now, let's meet our starting five. At forward, a 5'10" freshman from Kathleen, Georgia, number 25, Kayla Owens. At guard, a 5'8" senior from Warner Robins, Georgia, number 11, Kiana Armstrong. At forward, a 5'11" senior from Covington, Georgia, number 32, Emily Russ. At guard, a 5'9" senior from Snellville, Georgia, number 15, Yvonne Dunkley. And at guard, a 5'2" senior from Wildwood, Florida, number 23, Jaquacia Sessler. The head coach in her 9th season, Kelly Britsky.
For Lander, it's Ashley Zandy, Jada Wallace, Taisha Reynolds, Victoria Baldwin, and Leah Pettit. Lady Canes go with Kenyatta Armstrong, Yvonne Dunkley, Jaquacia Sessler, Kayla Owens, and Emily Russ. The Lady Hurricanes having to play without our leading scorer, Jasmine McSwain. Jasmine broke her hand late in the game Thursday night here against Augusta, so Lady Canes have to go with Jasmine. So that's a big part of our lineup that's not dressed today. Lady Canes control the opening tip, and a three-pointer knocked down by Jaquacia Sessler. So great start for the Lady Hurricanes. We control the opening tip and get a three-pointer from Jaquacia Sessler. Lander's first possession. Lander going from left to right as you look at your screen here in the first half. 17-footer is short by Reynolds. Lady Hurricanes rebound. Lander 7-3 coming in. They are 1-1 in the Peach Belt. Lady Canes score again, another three. So great start for Kelly Britsky's basketball team as a couple of three-pointers right off the bat. And Lander throws the basketball away. So this couldn't start much better. And Coach Kevin Pedersen not liking what's going on. He makes wholesale substitutions. He replaces all 5 young ladies on the floor. So Coach Pedersen obviously not pleased with the start as he puts 5 new players on the floor. Lady Hurricanes in the home white uniforms, Lander in gold jerseys and gold shorts. Glad that you have chosen to spend your Saturday afternoon with us. The last game before the holiday break. Lady Canes go inside and we bounce it off the baseline. Kenyatta Armstrong. Six 0. Lady Canes with an early lead. Couple of three-point baskets. They push it. They're going to get a miss by Brashay Johnson. Johnson did not start, but she's averaging 20 points and 9 rebounds. And Yvonne Dunkley scores in transition for Southwestern. And the Lady Hurricanes have scored the first 8 points of the basketball game. And Coach Kevin Pedersen's seen enough. He takes an early timeout. It's been fun so far. 8:31 to play in the first quarter. It's Georgia Southwestern 8, Lander nothing. We're back in 60 seconds on the WDEC Georgia Southwestern Radio Network.
Have them go online to gswcanes.com, gswcanes.com. Head to the calendar portion of the website. They'll see today's ball games and an LS Live stats or a V-Link for streaming video. Again, it's on gswcanes.com.
3-point baskets by Jaquacia Sessler and Yvonne Dunkley to start the game, followed by a 2-point field goal by Dunkley, and Lander turns the ball over again. This could not have started much better. Lady Canes out to an early 8-0 lead. Lander lost their first conference game of the year Thursday up at Clayton State. They have one of the best programs in women's basketball in the Peach Belt. That's going to be a travel against Kenyatta Armstrong. Lady Canes turn the ball over. Lady Canes 6-2, 0-1 in conference play. Lander now 7-3, and they're 1-1 in the Peach Belt. Bree Karam, front court for Lander. We double her. She gets help from Kelly. Now they go right side. They go short corner, right baseline. The shot by Kelly's no good. She chases down her own miss. The first shot did not hit the rim, so the shot clock was not reset. It's at 3 right now. We're going to give up an easy one. Brashay Johnson found an opening, got to the basket, and laid it in for the first Lander points.
Brashay Johnson.
Lady Canes get it back after almost losing it, but Johnson blocks Russ's shot, but Yvonne Dunkley there to pick up the loose ball. Lady Hurricanes forced to play today without our leading scorer, Jasmine McSwain. Jazz broke her hand Thursday against Augusta. That's going to be an offensive foul as Jaquacia Sessler called for the charge. And that will give the basketball to Lander. Just over 7 minutes to play in the first quarter. 4 10-minute quarters now in women's basketball. Crum gets the second Lander field goal as she got to within 4 feet of the basket, made the short little jumper right in front of the bucket. It's 8-4 now. Lady Hurricanes by 4. High post Emily Russ. She may have gotten away with a double dribble. Doesn't matter as she throws it away. Stolen by Malia McKinneth. Now Crum front court for the Lady Bearcats. They try to go inside. Lady Hurricanes get a steal. Armstrong front court for GSW. Russ, now the 14-foot jumper, no good by Kayla Owens. Out of bounds to Southwestern. Vaquisha Hall checks in for GSW. Vaquisha, 6'2" junior, she's from Macon. And the Lady Hurricanes will put the ball in play just to the left of our offensive basket. Kelly Britsky in her 9th season as GSW's head women's basketball coach. Hall in traffic, forces the shot, miss, but they foul her. Vaquisha caught a break, and she really forced the short jumper, drew the contact, though, and a foul on Lander. That's the first foul against Lander. Malia McKinneth picks up their first foul. 8-4, now 9-4, as Vaquisha knocks down the first free throw. The last game before the holidays. 9-4, good guys by 5. It remains 5 as Hall misses the second free throw. Lander gets the rebound. They push it down the floor, but miss. Owens rebounds for Southwestern. Dunkley will shoot on the run and miss it. Hall, the offensive board, the putback is good. Great hustle by Vaquisha Hall. She wanted it more than the Lander player. She really just kind of stole the offensive rebound and laid it in. GSW by 7. The runner is good by Bree Crum. Crum has 4 of Lander's first 6 points. Dunkley, bad pass. Crum, the interception. She'll take it herself, miss it, and it's going to be out of bounds off of Lander. And again, wholesale substitutions as 5 new players check in for Lander. I'm assuming it's the same 5 that started the game. So Kevin Pedersen completely 2-platooning here the first 5 minutes of the first quarter. Dunkley almost traveled. Whitney Young's in the game for GSW. Whitney left-handed dribble, picks it up, hands off to Armstrong. Young goes baseline in traffic, finds Dunkley in the corner, and I think she traveled. 4:56 to play in the first quarter, and that will take us to the first media timeout of the basketball game. So far, so good. 4:56 to play in the first quarter with your score. Georgia Southwestern 11, Lander University 6. Lander has the basketball in their front court. In the paint, nice move. The shot is good by Jada Wallace.
Jada Wallace.
11-8. Hurricane lead is 3, and that's going to be a foul on Lander. They tried to take another charge, but did not get there in time, says the official. Ashley Zandy picks up the Lander foul. 11-8. Lady Hurricanes by 3. Pass deflected out of bounds by Lander's Victoria Baldwin. Jill Poole, one of the 3 officials. She's really one of the best officials in the Peach Belt Conference. She also officiates Division I softball. The 3-pointer by Kenyatta Armstrong goes in but bounces out. Lander quickly from left to right. Penetration by Wallace, she misses. Loose ball on the floor, and Whitney Young of GSW winds up with it. Dunkley, Hall, she misses, but a foul on Lander. I like the way we attacked the basket that time. That's the first foul on Leah Pettit of Lander. 3 team fouls now on the Lady Bearcats. Vaquisha Hall made 1 of her first 2. Make it 2 of 3 now. And the 6'2" junior from Macon can give us a 5-point lead. Georgia Southwestern 12, Lander 8. Hall's second free throw, missed that one. So just like her first trip to the foul line, Hall made the first but missed the second. That rebound goes out of bounds, touched last by Lander. And GSW will put the ball in play from the baseline in our front court. Sessler inbounds it. Now Sessler gets it back and throws it right to Wallace of Lander. Reynolds drives by Young. Nice dish inside. They're in the lane for an awful long time. No 3-second call. Dribble drive. Layup is good by Wallace. That was way too easy. Not much defense by the Lady Hurricanes on that Lander possession. Sessler triple teamed. We try to go inside the Hall. The pass is picked off by Victoria Baldwin of Lander. Now they get the ball in their front court, and Lander can tie with a basket, take the lead. If that 3 goes, it doesn't. Sessler rebounds for Southwestern. Chris Beckham in the game for GSW. She has the basketball now. Young open for 3. She misses. The putback is good. Jaquacia Sessler, the offensive board and stick back. Lady Canes go up 4. 3-pointer by Zandy's no good. And it's out of bounds off of Jada Wallace of Lander. For Southwestern, Emily Russ and Kayla Owens go back to work. Lander's going to press all over. Lander coached by Kevin Pedersen, one of the best in the business. Coach Pedersen, one of the most respected coaches in the Peach Belt. Beckham has her shot blocked. Loose ball picked up by Lander. Now the Lady Bearcats in their front court. They wait for Ashley Zandy. She sets up the Lander offense. Wide open. Reynolds drives instead of shooting the open 3. Emily Russ snags the rebound for Southwestern. Lady Canes want to push it now. Whitney Young kind of forced that one, didn't she? Now Lander quickly the other way, and they get a layup out of it. 6 points now for Jada Wallace, and they get a steal. 14-12, Lander can tie with a bucket. Ashley Zandy guarded now by Jaquacia Sessler. Chris Beckham guards Wallace. Shot's no good. Wallace gets her on rebound, goes up, knocked away. Emily Russ, great hustle, saves it. Now Kelly Britsky once and gets a timeout. So far, so good. 1:37 to play in the first quarter. The score, Georgia Southwestern 14, Lander 12. Lady Hurricanes basketball, 14-12. GSW leads by a basket. Landers playing man defense. Sessler works on Shears. Beckham for three's good. Chris Beckham's first basket, it's a three. That stretches the GSW lead to 5. It's 17-12. We also play man-to-man defense. Reynolds drives by Sessler. Russ comes over to help. They miss, but a whistle and a foul on Southwestern. That's only our second foul of the first quarter. Along with the different timing this year, instead of 2 20-minute halves, 4 10-minute quarters. No longer is there a 1 plus the bonus. You know, for years you shot 1 F1 on the 7th foul, 2 on the 10th foul. Now you shoot 2 fouls on the 5th foul of each quarter. The fouls are reset after each quarter. We foul again as Brashay Johnson drives to the basket. 1 minute remains in the first quarter. 17-12, GSW by 5. Each team now with 3 fouls in the first quarter, so each team has 1 foul to give before their opponents shoot 2 free throws. That free throw is good by Brashay Johnson. Johnson's a good player, averaging 20 points and 9 rebounds for the Bearcats. 17-13. Johnson can bring Lander to within 3, and she does. 1 minute to play. Lander presses all over. Sessler in the backcourt, crosses midcourt. They double her. Beckham for 3, gets none. Great job following her shot, getting the rebound. Dunkley. Now Owens. Kayla drives and scores. Great offensive move by Kayla Owens. Kayla 5'10", she's only a freshman from Kathleen, Georgia. Boy, that's easy. We try to overplay and we give Brashay Johnson a layup. 19-16. The lead is 3 once again. Steal by Johnson. Layup by Kelly. We still lead, but now only by 1. Beckham. Now, make that Dunkley with 2. Good pass to Russ. Emily at the buzzer, count it. It does count. We got the ball under the basket to Emily Russ. She got the shot off just in time, and that'll make your score after 1 quarter. Georgia Southwestern 21, Lander 18. We'll have the second quarter play-by-play story after this on the So far, Georgia Southwestern enjoys a 3-point lead. It's 21-18. Crum, front court, now gives it up to McKenneth. For Shea Johnson, that's steps. Travel called against Lander. And the turnover gives the basketball to GSW. Lady Canes trying to get to 500 in Peach Belt Conference play. We dropped our Peach Belt opener Thursday against a good Augusta University basketball team. We try to go inside to Emily Russ again. That time it doesn't work. Out of bounds to Lander. Elsewhere in the Peach Belt this afternoon, Georgia College is home against the University of North Carolina Pembroke. Flagler from St. Augustine, Florida, way up in the North Georgia mountains, taking on Matt Steersman's Young Harris team. Francis Marion's at Clayton State. Armstrong completes their North Georgia road trip. They played Young Harris Thursday. They're at North Georgia today. Jumper by Crum is an air ball. Long rebound by Armstrong. Armstrong drives. That's going to be a blocking foul on Lander. Columbus State, who may be the best team in the Peach Belt, Jonathan Norton's basketball team, they take on the University of South Carolina Aiken. And Augusta University, after leaving Americus, they are in Montevallo, Alabama this afternoon as they take on the Lady Falcons. First free throw is no good. 21-18 still the score. Second free throw is also no good, so Kenyatta Armstrong misses both attempts. And Lander's got the basketball. Second quarter just underway. 21-18 GSW. Johnson right baseline. Pass intercepted by Sessler. Jaquacia in a hurry. Sessler's runner's good. Jaquacia off to a good start. She's got 7 now. And she extends the Lady Hurricane lead to 5. It's 23-18. McKenneth misses. Good block out by Owens. But Johnson fights through the screen and gets to the ball. It's out of bounds. Johnson slow getting up. It'll be Lady Hurricane basketball. I'm not sure we realize it yet. Kayla Owens doesn't seem so sure, but Kelly Britsky does want her to throw the ball in.
You want the ball? Give us the ball first.
Sessler, Dunkley, Yavanna. They try to trap her, and she throws it away. McKenneth, Wallace, she misses. Owens rebounds for GSW. Here's Armstrong. Kenyatta stops and pops. The three is good. She had the shooter's touch that time. Her first field goal, it's a 3, and it gives the Lady Hurricanes an 8-point lead. We've played 2 minutes of the second quarter. 8 to go. That long 3 by Lander's no good. Johnson the miss. Nia Johnson, Lady Hurricanes rebound. We can go up 10 with a bucket. And we're doing all this without Jasmine McSwain. Broken hand against Augusta. Lady Hurricanes miss, but good hustle. We get the offensive board. So we still have a chance to go up by 10. Dunkley tries to make it 11. The three's no good. Offensive rebound is by Chanice Whitten. Sessler for 3. Yes! Sessler buries the 3, and Kevin Pedersen wants to talk about it. 7:24 to go in the half. I don't think they've given us the points yet. Now they do. I think Doug Gooden, the gentleman on the scoreboard, wanted to make sure it was a 3. It was. So that gives the Lady Hurricanes an 11-point lead. 7:24 to go in the half. So far, so good. Georgia Southwestern 29, Lander 18. Off the glass, missed it, but a foul. Lady Hurricanes really trying to attack Lander at every opportunity. So far, we've done a really good job at it. Second foul on Malia McKinneth, her second. Free throw is good by Yvonne Dunkley. 6 points now for Dunkley. Dunkley came in averaging 12 points a game. Second free throw is good. Yvonne's not shot her free throws very well this year, only 29% coming in, but she knocks down both of those. And the Lady Hurricanes have our biggest lead. It's now 13. We've only beaten Lander one time since we've gone Division II. That layup good by Taisha Reynolds of Lander. 6:37 to play in the first half. Dunkley, left wing. Dunkley now backs it out near the midcourt stripe. Dunkley guarded by Bree Crum. She'll shoot the three and miss everything. Short. I don't think Kelly probably very happy with that shot selection. And Lander will have the basketball, trailing by 11. 31-20, good guys. Just over 6 minutes to play in the second quarter. Crum hands off to McKinneth. She'll drive, miss, but a foul on Southwestern. So 2 free throws coming up for Lander. This will be the Lady Hurricanes' last action of 2015. I think the kids come back around the 27th, a couple of days after Christmas, and Saturday, the 2nd of January, we start a 3-game road swing. We play at Montevallo on Saturday, Georgia College on Monday, and then at Columbus on Wednesday. McKinnon's free throws good. Second one is also good. First 2 points by Lander's Malia McKinneth. 31-22. Lady Hurricanes by 9. 6 minutes to play second quarter. There's a steal by Lander. And a foul on Southwestern. What a revolting development. We throw it right to them and then commit a foul. 5:56 to play in the first half. Each team now with 2 second quarter team fouls. Again, the fouls are reset after every quarter. 2 shots on the 5th team foul. They try to go back door. We get a hand on the pass and steal it, but they steal it right back. The shot is good by McKinneth, and we foul her. So Lander making a run. They pull to within 7, and Malia McKinneth can cut it to 6 from the foul line. Aaliyah Holden checks in for Kelly Britsky's basketball team. 5:40 to play in the first half. Free throw good by Malia McKinneth. She's now got 5 all in the second quarter. Jaquacia Sessler out. Whitney Young in for GSW. Whitney's a 5'4" freshman from Marietta. She's going to be a good one. And we throw it right to him again. We've been kind of careless with the basketball the last couple of possessions. And Lander can cut it to 4, but now a 3-second violation. So we get that 3-second call I was looking for earlier. Better late than never. And the 3-second violation gives the ball to Southwestern. Lander got a hand on it, but we get the basketball back. Armstrong on the dribble. Now Young, Whitney, Dunkley, Yavana thought about it. Now Armstrong a drive, and she draws the foul. So Kenyana will step to the foul line for Southwestern with 5:02 to play in the second quarter. After today, Lady Hurricanes are off until January the 2nd. We resume Peach Belt Conference play at Montevallo. That's about 30 miles south of Birmingham. Armstrong's first free throw is good. So when we come back, 3 straight on the road, Montevallo, Georgia College, and Columbus. Free throws good. Boy, I don't know who we made mad in the Peach Belt office, but what a schedule after Christmas. I can't believe we go to North Georgia and Young Harris 2 Wednesday nights apart. Why in the world we can't play Young Harris and North Georgia on the same trip, I'll never understand. And we go during the middle of the week. One Wednesday we're at North Georgia, one Wednesday we're at Young Harris. That makes no sense to me. Lander misses. GSW has it, wants to run. Sessler scores. Sessler's got 12 already, and she gives us a 10-point lead. And we don't even play Flagler and Armstrong on the same trip. We have to go to St. Augustine and Savannah in consecutive weeks. Basket by Nia Johnson of Lander, and we foul her, so she'll have a chance for an old-fashioned three-point play. 4 minutes and 21 seconds to play. We are in the second quarter from the Storm Dome. We play on the Randolph Barksdale court. What a great honor for Randolph, as we named the floor after him a couple of years ago. Longtime men's basketball coach and athletic director. The free throw is good by Nia Johnson, so she wraps up the three-point play, and the Hurricane lead is 7. 35-28 with just over 4 minutes to play in the half. They double team Young. Hall helps. Her pass is knocked out of bounds. Kevin Pedersen of Landers already used 2 of his timeouts. You only get 4 now. Used to get 5, now only 4. Young open for 3, good. Whitney's jumper tried to bounce out, but it stayed in. And it gives GSW a 10-point lead. 3:51 to play in the second quarter. Pettit misses. Young has the basketball for Southwestern. Good bounce pass in front of her. Lady Canes get another basket. LaQuisha Hall's second field goal. And just like that, we stretch the lead back out to 12. They set a screen for Reynolds. We double her and get a steal. Emily. Now Sessler, Jaquacia drives. The runner's no good. Lander can't hang on to the rebound as a couple of the Lander players both try to get to board, and neither can hang on to it. Out of bounds to Southwestern with 3:13 to play in the second quarter. Jaquacia works on Bree Crum. Young will drive, pull up 12-footers, no good. Hall the offensive board. She misses the stick back, but she's fouled. LaQuisha Hall has really played well off the Hurricane bench this afternoon. She's come in and given us a lift. She's got 6 points already. 3 minutes and 4 seconds to play in the second quarter. LaQuisha Hall trying to add to what is already a 12-point lead. Hall, 6'2", junior from Macon. LaQuisha takes aim. The free throw's good. Hall now 3 of 4 from the charity stripe. Kenyatta Armstrong back in Kelly Britsky's lineup. Kenyatta 5'8". She's a senior from Warner Robins. Hall takes aim. Her second free throw's on the way, and it's good. Hall now 4 of 7. Make it 4 of 5 from the foul line. She's made 4 of 5. They go inside. Hall blocks the shot, but they call a foul, and Kelly Britsky can't believe it. Coach Britsky's not happy. Kelly can't believe it, neither can Thurston. Now Brescia Johnson at the foul line. Her free throw missed it. That was the first foul on LaQuisha Hall of Southwestern. 2:53 to play in the second quarter. Southwestern by 14. Johnson's second free throw, that one's good. She makes 1 of 2. And the Lady Hurricanes put the ball in play with 2:46 to play in the half. This would be a great win if we can somehow pull it off to go into the break. Like I say, we've only beaten Lander one time. Russ misses. Lander rebounds. Crum against Armstrong. Now Johnson against Young. Russ comes over, knocks it away. Canes can go up 15, 16 if that three goes. But Armstrong misses. Now Lander off to the races. They've got the numbers. The layup is no good. Armstrong rebound, goes behind the back on the dribble. Kenyatta now front side for Southwestern. Lady Canes going from right to left here in the first half, wearing the home white uniforms. A couple of Adidas schools in action today. Turnaround 15-footer spins out by Russ. And on the rebound, I think Laquisha Hall just picked up her second foul. Mr. Ron Mulkey, the Adidas rep for Georgia and South Carolina. And does a great job servicing both Lander and Georgia Southwestern. Bree Crum at the free throw line for Lander. Crum's free throws no good. She'll get another. 3 fresh players check in for Southwestern. Yvonne Dunkley, Jaquacia Sessler, and Kayla Owens. Again, GSW having to play without Jasmine McSwain, our leading scorer. Second free throw's good. McSwain averaging 14 points a game, but she's out right now after breaking a hand against Augusta Thursday night. Emily Russ misses, but she's fouled. A minute 40 to play in the first half. Russ misses the free throw. Second free throw's no good. 42-30. Southwestern by 12. Reverse layup is no good by Reynolds. Offensive rebound, Lander. A minute 21 to play in the second quarter. Crum guarded by Sester, and they set a pick. They try to pick and roll. The shot is no good. It's out of bounds off Lander. GSW basketball with a minute 11 to play in the second quarter. Dunkley from 17 misses. Rebound chased down by Taisha Reynolds of Lander. She's off to the races, and we push her. They're going to count a shot. I guess a continuation play. And Reynolds will have a chance for the three-point play. Kayla Owens picks up her second foul. Free throw is no good. We were kind of standing around and let them get the putback. Not sure what we were thinking. I guess we were thinking it was 2 shots. Of course, she made the basket, so obviously only 1 shot. We give them 2 points there. That wasn't very good. Armstrong backs it back out the three-point circle. The Hurricane lead is now 8, 42-34. 26 seconds to play in the half. Armstrong throws up a prayer that's not answered. Johnson rebounds for Lander. 18 seconds to play in the second quarter. Reynolds jumper's good. Here comes Lander. Lady Hurricanes miss. We get the offensive rebound. 1 second. Owens at the buzzer misses. So Lady Hurricanes still on top at the break, but it's only 6. Your halftime score, Georgia Southwestern 42, Lander 36. GSW takes a 6-point halftime lead. We'll have the second half play-by-play story in about 15 minutes. You're watching Lady Hurricane basketball on the WDEC Georgia Southwestern Radio Network. 34 shots, 41%. That one's a miss. Lander rebounds. Lander 0 for 4 on threes, 14 of 37 overall. That's 38%. They did make 8 of 11 free throws. Lander's first second half possession, and they turned the ball over. Hurricanes a big edge on the glass. 31 rebounds to 20 for Lander. We had 13 offensive rebounds the first half. Lander had 8. We did turn the basketball over too often. 15 first half turnovers to 9 for Lander. That three-pointer on the way is good by Kenyatta Armstrong. 8 points now for Armstrong. In the first half, Jaquisha Sessler had 12, 8 for Vaquisha Hall off the GSW bench, 7 for Yvonne Dunkley. A three-pointer by Whitney Young, a three-pointer by Chris Beckham, 2 each for Kayla Owens and Emily Russ. Lander goes inside. I think Johnson was on the baseline, and she was. Brashay Johnson did not start the game for Lander. She came in averaging 20 points and 9 rebounds. Brashay Johnson came off the bench to score 9, 6 each for Jada Wallace and Taisha Reynolds. Armstrong misses for Southwestern. Lander rebounds. Bree Crum had 5 in the first half, as did Malia McKinneth for Lander. And Lander throws it away. So Lander turns the ball over their first 2 third-quarter possessions. In the first half, Nia Johnson had 3, and Sakia Kelly had a 2-point field goal. I think I said Malia McKinneth had 5. If I didn't, she did have 5. That jumper's no good by Kayla Owens. Lander rebounds, 45-36, GSW by 9. We led 42-36 at recess. That short jumper's no good by McKinneth. Lady Hurricanes rebound. Here's Yvonne Dunkley. Dunkley takes it to the hole, misses the shot, but a whistle and a foul. Did they call that on Yvonne? They did. Strange. First foul on Yvonne Dunkley, and I'm not real sure about that, just between me and you. She was called for the push-off, I guess, and Lander has the basketball. 8 minutes to play in the third quarter. Bree Crum, front court for the Lady Bearcats. In men's college basketball today, Georgia beat Georgia Tech 75-61. Good win for Mark Fox's Bulldogs. Great defense by Russ. She winds up with the basketball. Here's Jaquisha Sessler for GSW. Sessler a big first half with 12 points. Russ drives, misses. I think they're going to call that an offensive foul. So offensive foul is trending right now. Seems to be a popular call. Lander got called for a couple of offensive fouls early. Also in men's college basketball today, Utah beat Duke in overtime, 77-75. Utah upset the 7th-ranked Duke Blue Devils. North Carolina leads UCLA 60-57. They've got just over 10 minutes left. Lady Canes get a steal. Jaquisha will go coast to coast. She misses. I surely hope that's not an offensive foul. It's not. Finally a foul on Lander. Louisville in men's basketball beat Western Kentucky today 78-56. Syracuse beat Cornell 67-46. Virginia beat Villanova 86-75. The bowl season started today as well. Sessler's free throw is good. Jaquisha now with 13. I know over in Montgomery, the Camellia Bowl, as they play at the Crampton Bowl, Appalachian State takes on Ohio University. Sessler's second free throw is good. Good friend of mine, Bobby Lamb, head coach at Mercer. Had a great career as a player and a coach at Furman. His son is the starting quarterback for Appalachian State. I'm sure Bobby's over there watching App State play. Third foul on Emily Russ. She'll have to come out, and Vaquisha Hall, who really gave us a spark in the first half, she'll make her first second half appearance. We've got 3 third quarter fouls already. They've only got 1. So much for the home court advantage. Johnson misses. That's Nia Johnson. Dunkley rebound. Here comes Sessler. Jaquacia in the front court. Dishes right side to Armstrong. Kenyatta left side Dunkley. Yavanna open for 3, misses everything. 6.5 to play in the third quarter. Landers got the basketball, a chance to cut the Hurricane lead to 9. Runnels on a drive, and what has Jill Poole got? Jill's got a foul. Jill really a top-notch official. Very professional. Third foul on Kenyatta Armstrong. Crum. Now the 3 for Lander is no good by Reynolds. Offensive rebound for the Bearcats. Just over 6 minutes to play in the third quarter. 47-36. The runner's no good by Nia Johnson, but we foul her. That's 5 fouls already on Southwestern. And it stops the game clock with 6:05 to play in the third period. It sends Nia Johnson to the free throw line. The first one's good. Johnson now with 4. Chance Whitten, or Shanice Whitten, I should say. Shanice in the game. Second free throw's no good. Whitten's a 6'2" junior from Indiantown, Florida. Dunkley rebounds. Dunkley front court for Southwestern. High post. Great backdoor cut. We got her the ball, and the layup's good. Great pass by Shanice Whitten. Jaquacia Sessler the basket. She's got 16. Lander pushes it down the floor. They get a basket from Taisha Reynolds. Ball's knocked out of bounds. Jaquacia Sessler came in averaging 10. She's got 16 already today. Trying to pick up the slack with Jasmine McSwain not playing because of the broke hand. Sessler double team. We try to go inside Whitten. It's out of bounds. Lady Hurricanes retain possession. 5:24 to go in the third quarter. Lady Canes will put the ball in play with 19 seconds to shoot. Dunkley fakes a handoff, shoots a 3, missed it. Long rebound, chased down by Jaquacia Sessler. Just over 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. High post Owens. Now we try to go on the low post, but the ball is stolen by Lander. They've got a 3-on-2 break. Shot is good by Bree Crum. It's 49-41 now. Lady Canes by 8 with the basketball. We'll get a media timeout on the next dead ball. Whitten back out to Sessler. 13 on the shot clock, 4:37 on the game clock. We're in the third quarter. Aaliyah Holden's in the game. Nice move and layup by Shanice Whitten. Whitten's first basket. And she gives the Lady Hurricanes a 10-point lead, and we foul 35 feet from the basket. That's not a smart foul. Whitney Young picks up the foul. And that will take us to the under 5 media timeout. It's been fun so far. 4 minutes and 20 seconds to play in the third quarter with your score. Georgia Southwestern 51, Lander University 41. Lander's at the free throw line. Very deliberate free throw shooter, Bree Crum. Her first one's good. Second one's in the air. It's also good. 9 points now for Bree Crum. She came in averaging 11. 51-43. Good guys now by 8. Young for 3, gets none. Offensive rebound. The putback is good by Shanice Whitten.
Shanice Whitten.
Whitten now with 4, all in the third quarter. Lander misses. Long rebound is chased down by GSW's Chris Beckham. Baseline jumper in and out by Young. She's not bashful to shoot. She never met a jump shot she didn't like. The runner's no good by Bree Crum, and on the whistle, a rebound and a foul on Lander. Lady Hurricanes in the front court with 3.5 to play in the third quarter. They double team Armstrong. She gets help. Whitten, good idea, but bad execution as Lander gets a steal. Just over 3 minutes to play third quarter, 53-43. So far anyway, GSW in the second half able to maintain that 10-point lead. Three-pointer is good. We kind of dared Nia Johnson to shoot it, and she made us pay. Hurricane lead is now 7. We push it down the floor, really force a bad shot. Holden misses, offensive board, Whitten. Now we get it left side and try to slow things down. Kenyatta Armstrong guarded by Nia Johnson. .12 on the shot clock. Young, I told you she liked to shoot. She misses, but on the rebound, a whistle. .229 to play in the third quarter. Brashay Johnson charged with that foul. Lady Canes put the ball in play. That was only the third foul of the third quarter against Lander. Whitten in the paint. She misses. Good defense by Lander. And they get to loose ball. Just a fraction over 2 minutes to play third quarter. 53-46. Lander can cut our lead to 5 with a basket. Pull-up jumper left baseline's good by Bree Crum. And it's 53-48. 5 in a row now for Lander. Armstrong between the circles in our front court. 1:44 to play in the third quarter. Last game of 2015 for GSW. We play at Montevallo January 2nd. Sessler messes, gets her on rebound. I guess the ball hit the rim. They reset the shot clock. 20 now on the 30-second clock. 1:18 on the game clock. That's a lot of bumping, isn't it? They finally call a foul. Aaliyah Holden was fouled as she rolled to the basket. That stops the clock with 1:18 shown in the third quarter. Second foul on Bree Crum. Holden's free throw's good. Aaliyah's first point. Holden, 5'9". She's a junior from Forsyth, Georgia, just above Macon. Second free throw's on the way. It's also good. Aaliyah Holden knocks down her first 2 free throws, and that gives GSW a 7-point lead. Open three by Reynolds is good. They didn't make a 3 in the first half. They made 2 threes here in the second half. They get a steal, and we foul. You can kind of feel the momentum swinging right now. They're within 4. This is the closest they have been in a while. Jada Wallace will be at the free throw line, looking for her first points of the second half. She's got it. 7 now for Wallace. And it's 55-52 with 63 seconds to play in the third quarter. Wallace's second free throw's on the way. It's also good. 8 points for Jada Wallace, and it's a 2-point basketball game. They almost get another steal. And they're going to give the basketball to Lander. Emily Russ and Vaquisha Hall will check in as Kelly Britsky tries to stop the bleeding. Everything kind of going Lander's way the last couple of minutes. It's 55-53 with a minute to play in the third quarter. They get it inside somehow, and they get a layup. Great pass to Brashay Johnson. Johnson now with 11, and we're tied at 55. 48 seconds to play third quarter. We're right back where we started, all tied up, but not for long, as Emily Russ knocks down the 14-foot jumper from maybe a step inside the foul line. It's 57-55 now. Good guys by 2. Landers basketball with 31 seconds to play in the third quarter. There are now 14 seconds on the 30-second shot clock. So about an 11-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Crum gets the handoff, now passes to Reynolds. She misses. Offensive rebound, Brashay Johnson. She loses the ball. It's chased down by Wallace. 8 seconds to play in the third quarter. That runner is good by Taisha Reynolds. And we're tied again now at 57. Emily Russ can't handle the inbounds pass. And after 3 quarters, Landers come all the way back to tie this baby up. After 3, it's now Lander 57, Georgia Southwestern 57. Don't go anywhere. We'll have an exciting fourth quarter back in 60 seconds on the Hurricane Sports Network.
Black money.
Possession, Brashay Johnson misses. Good defense by Emily Russ. And now a whistle. Augusta leads Montevala's women 13-10. They're late in the first quarter. Of course, they're an hour behind us over in Alabama. Lady Canes will put the ball in play. Steal by Lander. And a foul on Southwestern. Kenyatta Armstrong's at the wrong place at the wrong time, and I think she just got her fourth foul. She did. North Georgia, their women now lead Armstrong State 45-38. So 45-38, North Georgia leads Armstrong State in Peach Belt women's play. They go inside. Brashay Johnson scores in a foul, and Lander takes their first lead. It comes at the 9:28 mark. Columbus State, the Lady Cougars, lead the University of South Carolina-Aiken by 12. They've only got a couple of minutes left over in Columbus. 59-47. Columbus State leads USC-Aiken. That was the second foul on Yvonne Dunkley. Brashay Johnson's free throws, good. Johnson, who didn't start today, she's got 14. She's averaging 20 points and 9 rebounds, and Yvonne Dunkley gets called for an offensive foul. Yvonne didn't think so and lets the official know about it. The officials this afternoon, John Davis, Jill Poole, and Reed Brockett. I don't think Kelly Britsky thought Yvonne fouled either. Lander by 3, and they've got the basketball. Fourth quarter just underway. Nia Johnson is good. They did not make a three-pointer the first half. That's their third of the second half, and they lead it by 6. We kind of hurry and force a shot, miss, get the offensive rebound. The stick back is good by Kayla Owens. And Lander's got a player down. Good play by Kayla Owens, the offensive board and bucket. And Kelly Britsky is going to use this injury timeout to talk to her basketball team. 9 minutes left. Lander enjoying their first lead of the afternoon. They kind of took momentum away from us late in the third quarter, and they still have it. Dribble drive, the shot is no good by Nia Johnson, offensive rebound. Three-pointer on the way is in and out by Reynolds. Quantisha Love rebounds for Southwestern. We try to push it, but we throw it away. We're kind of trying to force things right now. Instead of letting the game come to us, we're trying to force things, and it's not working real well. 8:33 left. We need a win. Of course, I'm sure Kevin Pedersen and the Lander folks feel like they need a win as well after losing at Clayton State Thursday. Offensive rebound, a miss by Crum. I think we got a hand on it. Quantisha Love. Now Chris Buckham. Make it Whitney Young, number 4 instead of 14. 8:05 to play. Young will drive, get the shot off. She misses, but they foul her. 63-59, Lander by 4. They took their first lead with 9:28 left. Now there's 8:03 to play. And Whitney Young's at the free throw line for the first time. Her first free throw is good. 4 points now for Whitney. Emily Russ replaces Janice Whitten. 63-60. Good guys down 3. Free throws good. GSW led 21-18 after 1. We led by 6, 42-36 at halftime. We were tied at 57 after 3. Open three-pointer is good again by Nia Johnson. We might want to get a hand in her face. That's her third 3 of the second half. Lander leads it by 5 with 7:38 to play. They double-team Sessler, and they get a steal. They've got a run out. Layup is good. We need a timeout. Kelly Britsky thinks so too. 7.5 left. It's now Lander on top. Lander 68, Georgia Southwestern 61.
Fight for that white gold. This one for them hood.
They're going to press all over. Yvonne Dunkley's back in. She'll quarterback the inbounds play. GSW having to play without leading scorer Jasmine McSwain. Jasmine broke her hand late in the game Thursday against Augusta. Armstrong front court for the Lady Canes. 7:15 left. We've got 11 seconds to get a shot off. Sessler tries to lob it down to Owens. Kayla retrieves it. Shot clock at 4. Dunkley drive. Armstrong for 3. Missed it. Lander rebounds. They fall down. We tie them up for a jump, but the arrow favors Lander. The alternate possession gives the basketball to Lander with 6:56 left. Lander 68, Georgia Southwestern 61. Gio Poo checking with John Davis to make sure everything is kosher. We apply pressure all over, and they have some difficulty, but get the ball into Bree Crum. Crum, top of the key. Lander in the gold uniforms. Each team with 2 timeouts left. Nia Johnson on the dribble, backs it back outside the arc. They've got 10 seconds to shoot now. 6:33 on the big clock. Now they've got 4 seconds to shoot. Jada Wallace gets the shot off. She didn't hit the rim. That's got to be a shot clock violation, because the shot did not hit the rim. Now the officials confer. That always worries me. I have no idea what was so difficult about that. Clearly a shot clock violation. They beat the shot clock but failed to draw any iron. They didn't hit the rim, so clearly a shot clock violation. Lady Canes basketball. We need a bucket. We trail by 7. Emily Russ helps out in the backcourt. The post player dribbles once, passes to Kenyatta Armstrong. Armstrong tries to make a bounce pass. It's knocked away. Now Sessler recovers. Just over 6 minutes left. 68-61. Dunkley right corner. The three missed it. Offensive rebound, Kayla Owens. She goes back up, misses, but they foul her. So Kayla with the offensive board. We've only scored 4 points in the fourth quarter. They've outscored us 11-4 here in the fourth stanza. Second foul on Brashay Johnson. Free throws no good. We made our first 6 of the second half, but missed that one. Kayla Owens with another chance to bring us to within 6. Owens takes same, second free throw, that one's good. 5 points now for Kayla Owens, and it's 68-62. Lander in a hurry, and they get in too big of a hurry. They're called for a travel. McQuisha Hall returns for Southwestern. Emily Russ will come out. And Lander's got a player banged up. I think it's Nia Johnson. May have rolled her ankle. She'll have to leave the basketball game. 6 minutes left. They get a hand on the inbounds pass, and they're going to get a basket out of it. Malia McKinneth, the basket, and they go up 8. They get another steal. Now we get it back. Armstrong, Dunkley, Yavana for 3. Yes! Dunkley buries the 3. That's her first points of the second half. It cuts an 8-point deficit to 5. It's 70-65 now. Just over 5 minutes left. Wallace, top of the key. My goodness, she stuck her arm out, kind of gave a stiff arm, but got away with it. Dunkley steals it and lays it in. Yavana now with 12, and we're within 3. 5 consecutive points by Yavana Dunkley. How do you throw a stiff arm and get away with it? Crum misses out of bounds off for Southwestern. And we'll get a timeout. 4:52 to play. It's Lander 70, Georgia Southwestern 67. To play in the basketball game, Lander leads it 70-67. They didn't take their first lead until early in the fourth quarter. They've got the basketball on the baseline in their front court. Reynolds will inbound for the Lady Bearcats. She does to Bree Crum. Crum guarded by Quintisha Love. Now McKinneth against Armstrong. Now the 15-footer, no good by Reynolds. Offensive rebound. They almost kick it away. It's on the floor. Kayla Owens is tied up for a jump, and the Lady Hurricanes will get the basketball. This time the possession arrow favoring Southwestern. 70-67. Good guys down 3. Yavana Dunkley in the backcourt doubled. We find Love, right wing, back to Dunkley now. Kenyatta Armstrong. Lady Canes down 3, just over 4 minutes left. Armstrong picks up the dribble. Dunkley tries to go back court, and Lander steals it. They want to run, but they throw it away. GSW will have possession with 4:12 left. Jaquisha Sessler in. LaQuisha Hall started to leave, but Kelly Britsky tells her to stay in, and Quantisha Love will check out. Lander pressing all over. They're doing a good job with the press. The post player, LaQuisha Hall, has to come help. Dunkley, Sessler, off the glass, no good. Dadgummit. We had a great chance to cut it to 1, but couldn't finish. Bree Crum front court for Lander, 3:55 to play. Lander has the basketball and a 3-point lead. Nice dish. Rashae Johnson's layup is good. That play was made by the dribble penetration. Lander goes up 5 with 3:38 to play. Dunkley, Owens, Kayla finds Hall under the basket. She blows the layup. Wow. Our last 2 possessions, we've got the basketball right where we wanted it, but couldn't make a layup. Out of bounds to Lander with 3:31 left. Third foul on Kayla Owens. We've got 4 fourth quarter fouls. Lander's got 2. Aaliyah Holden in. Kayla Owens out for GSW. Boy, it'd be great to go to the break with a win. We're down 5 with just over 3 minutes left. We're 0-1 in the Peach Belt, 6-2 overall. Lander, I'm sure, feels the same way. They need a win going into the break. They lost at Clayton State on Thursday. They're now 1-1 in the Peach Belt. The runner's no good. Southwestern rebound by Aaliyah Holden. Anybody's game right now. We're down 5 with 3 minutes left. Armstrong turns, faces the basket. We post up Hall. She turns, shoots, misses. Lander rebounds. We're only getting 1 shot here lately, folks. 2:45 left. Lady Bearcats going from right to left here the second half. We try to double team McKinneth. She dribbles out of it. Her shot is blocked by Hall. Rebound Lander. The short jumper no good by Wallace. GSW rebounds. Sessler front side. 2:24 to play. Dunkley for 3 is short. She follows her shot, but it's rebounded by Lander. We double team Rashae Johnson. And I think they're going to give Lander a timeout. 2:17 left. Lander's got the basketball. They also have a 5-point lead. 2:17 to play. Lander 72, Georgia Southwestern 67. Lander will put the basketball in play with a 5-point advantage. They try to run 2 minutes and 17 seconds off the clock. We contest the inbounds pass and do a pretty good job, actually. Taisha Reynolds now brings it down against Yvonne Dunkley. McKinneth loses the ball. Dunkley wants to run. Yvonne's layup is no good. That's not a foul. Sessler, the offensive rebound. That is, I guess. And Sessler will be at the foul line. So Dunkley unable to score in transition. Sessler there to try to clean things up, and she draws a foul. Third foul on Landers Bree Crum. Jaquacia at the free throw line. First one's no good. Sessler's got 16. 12 came in the first half. She can make it a 4-point game. Jaquacia takes aim. Second free throw. That one's good. Sessler makes 1 of 2. And we get a steal. Hall from 6 feet scores. Jaquacia's first points of the second half, and we're within 2. Dunkley all over Crum. Crum now dribbles out of traffic. Stolen by Yvonne Dunkley. So now the Lady Hurricanes can tie the ball game. Crum went down the floor a little out of control for Lander. Lady Canes get to steal. 1:20 left. 72-70. Southwestern can tie with a basket. That jumper by Sessler's no good. Rebounded by Lander. 1:10 left. 72-70. 65 seconds to play in the basketball game. We still play man-to-man. Lander in no hurry with a 2-point lead. They drive to the basket and Reynolds scores. That was too easy. Lander goes up 4, so now it's a 2-possession game. You start counting the possessions when you get this late in the contest. It's 74-70. Hall in traffic. Out to Dunkley. Yvonne pump fake. Now shoots the 3. It spins out. Dunkley's 3 went in, but it spun out. Lander got the rebound, but couldn't hold on to it. And Kelly Britsky is going to take a timeout. She'll have 1 left. We're down 4. 33 seconds to play. When we come back, we will have possession of the basketball. 33 seconds left. Lander 74, Georgia Southwestern 70. Georgia Southwestern 72. Landers made 40% of their shots, 28 for 70. They're 4 for 11 on threes. All 4 were made here in the second half. Lander knocks the inbounds pass out of bounds. Good play by Jada Wallace. Lady Hurricanes have made 8 of 21 threes. That's 38% overall, only 23 of 63, 36.5%. So we've shot threes better than twos. Dunkley gets it back on the inbounds play. Now Sessler almost loses it. Recovered by Dunkley. Yvonne will drive, and she's going to be called for an offensive foul. She kind of had her arm out, trying to shield herself from the defender. I think they probably got the call right, but Lander's gotten away with that a time or two. Now Nia Johnson and Quintisha Love kind of exchange. Thursday. They're 7-3 and 1-1 in conference play. Lander 74, Georgia Southwestern 70. Of course, now in women's basketball, inside the last minute, if you choose to, you can inbound from the front court following a timeout. And Lander chooses to do so, and I think we're going to foul. Dunkley fouls Taisha Reynolds.
Foul on Ivana Dunkley.
21 seconds left. And Ivana Dunkley just fouled out, so we probably had to take a foul. I hate it was Dunkley that took it. Ivana fouls out with 21 seconds left. The free throw by Reynolds is good. 16 points now for Taisha Reynolds. She came in averaging 13. It'll still be a two-possession game whether or not she makes this free throw. She does. 76-70. They're going to press all over, and that's going to be another offensive foul. We've been called for 4 or 5 charges, and that's the 5th foul against Kenyatta Armstrong. So on back-to-back plays, we lose players via the foul route. Lander puts it in play because the foul was a player control foul. Now we foul with 16 seconds left. It's kind of getting away from us down the stretch. Lady Hurricanes again playing without our leading scorer, Jasmine McSwain. Jazz averaging 14, but she broke her hand late in the game in Augusta. And Bree Crum can pretty much put it away now for Lander. It's a 2-possession game. Free throw's good. Now it's a 3-possession game. Lander by 7, 77-70. Laquisha Hall out. Emily Russ back into Kelly Britsky's lineup. Second free throws in the air. It's also good. 78-70. Lander still presses all over, forcing us to burn some clock. Sessler will drive. Nice dish. The shot is no good, but a foul on Lander with 9 seconds left. Lander 78, Georgia Southwestern 70. Nine seconds to play. The free throw is no good by Aaliyah Holden. Holden looking for her 3rd point. She's now 2 of 3 from the foul line. 78-70. We've got 1 timeout left if we choose to take it. Second free throw is also no good. They rebound and we foul right away. We kind of let it get away from us in the 4th quarter. We led for 3 quarters. But Lander, a strong 4th quarter. They have outscored us 21-13 the 4th period. Bree Crum at the foul line. 7 seconds left. Crum's free throw's good. After missing her first free throw, Bree Crum has now made 6 in a row. She can give Lander a 10-point lead. She does. So Lander's made their free throws down the stretch. Lady Hurricanes will fall to 6-3. Our 2nd consecutive loss at home, our 2nd consecutive loss in conference play. And I think Kelly Britsky's going to use her last time out. 7 seconds left. It's Lander 80, Georgia Southwestern 70. We'll have the final 7 seconds after this on the WDEC Georgia Southwestern Basketball Network.
Don't it do it for me? Now watch me whip. Stank, stank. Do the stanky leg. Stank. Do the stanky leg. Stank, stank. Do the stanky leg.
Again, Kelly Britsky taking advantage of the rule change that allows us to inbound from our front court after a timeout in the last minute of each quarter. All right, last minute of the game anyway. We almost lose the ball. It's saved. But
Final
we
score.
are unable to get a shot off, and Lander comes all the way back to win it. The final score from the Storm Dome, Lander 80, Georgia Southwestern 70. Lady Hurricanes lose by 10. We're now 6-3, 0-2 in Peach Belt play. Lander improves to 8-3, and they're now 2-1 in the Peach Belt. Jaquacia Sessler led the Lady Hurricanes in scoring with 17, 12 for Yvonne Dunkley, 10 for Vaquisha Hall, 8 for Kenyatta Armstrong, 5 apiece for Kayla Owens and Whitney Young, 4 for Janice Witten, 4 for Emily Russ, 3 for Chris Beckham, and 2 for Aaliyah Holden. Lander led by Taisha Reynolds with 17. Brashade Johnson came off their bench to score 16. 15 for Bree Crum, also 15 for Nia Johnson, 8 for Jada Wallace, 7 for Malia McKenneth, 2 for Sakiza Kelly. Lander 8-3. They're now 2-1 in the Peach Belt. Lady Hurricanes dropped to 6-3, 0-2 in conference play. Stay tuned to the Georgia Southwestern YouTube channel. Men's action is next. Again, the final score from the Storm Dome. Lady Canes are off now until January the 2nd. We play at Montevallo. The final score from GSW, Lander 80, Georgia Southwestern 70. I'm Ricky Burgess. Thanks for watching. Until next time, so long, everybody.